All right, you guys. So it is going on 2 o'clock in the morning here in Los Angeles. We've just got our newest release of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Deal or No Deal. This is a part of the Ahsoka arc, the Walkabout arc, guys. So we're going to get into this episode 6 of the Clone Wars, guys. Just a couple of more episodes left. So let's see how this is going to ramp up for us, guys. Let's go ahead and get into this episode.
I can tell you've worked on starships before. That must have been some academy you went to topside.
Yeah, the best.
What was it called?
Skywalker Academy.
Skywalker Academy, baby.
Never heard of it. But what do I know living down
Another
here?
tribute to our
Never
master.
really heard of any academy.
I mean, you need the best pilot around and the fastest ship.
Everyone
Yes,
thinks they're the
to
best
both of
pilot in
those.
the Star Wars universe.
Who looks out for you, huh?
Uh-oh, here we go.
You show up out of nowhere, suddenly you and my sister are inseparable? What are you after?
Excuse me?
Looks a lot like the Ghost. It's a nice looking ship. So we're leaving 1313. This is cool. I wanted to stay in 1313, but we want to get out in the universe. So let's see what this is about, guys. It's a nice looking ship, though. I like it. And of course, the animation is awesome. The Coruscant backdrop there is just so nice looking. That is so great.
Trace, where are you going?
I'm just trying to get into this lane.
That's a military lane. You can't go there. That's a restricted area.
Dude,
Pull up. Pull up.
stop telling me what to do.
Why is she even doing this though?
Don't answer that.
This is a Silver Angel. What can I do for you?
Have you lost your mind? This is military airspace. Civilian transports are not authorized to be in this sector. I'll have your star pilot license for this.
License? Do I need one of those?
Sorry. So sorry. It won't happen again. Just teaching my youngest sister to fly.
Oh, you're teaching me to fly.
Come on.
That's a laugh.
Who is this? What's your license number?
Just get in the transport lane and fly.
Hurry up. Why does she even do that?
Who was on board that transport?
Oh.
Apparently on their first maneuvers. I was just about to send a detachment to arrest them.
Oh, and this is a throwback to the Vader. Oh. Woo.
Should I send a detachment, General? No.
Ultimate nod. Ultimate nod to the scene with Luke and Vader, and now we have Anakin and Ahsoka. That was very, very
Where
nice.
we're going. Kessel. You're taking us to Kessel?
I'm taking us to fortune and glory.
I've heard pilots talk about
Fortune
this
and
place.
glory.
It's legendary.
Han Solo's
Yeah,
line.
it's legendary for its corruption. Rafa, what are we doing?
I should have known we were going to Kessel Pikes.
Picking up medicine?
You know, they're going to your spice running, baby. You know it. It's a spice run. That's beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. The animation is
This
absolutely
place is
beautiful in this.
Beautiful.
So, when is the king showing?
He leaves matters like this to me. However, if you show yourself to be dependable, you will have the opportunity to meet His Royal Highness.
We won't disappoint.
What kind of medicine are we transporting?
That's okay.
The essence of the medicine. You will deliver 3 containers of unrefined spice.
Spice run,
On satisfactory
baby.
delivery.
Many things can be made out of spice, and they're not all good.
Ahsoka. Come on, Ahsoka.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Ahsoka's
In this
naiveness.
time of war, our spice is refined into a medicine that saves people across the galaxy.
Running spice is dangerous. The transport ships get attacked. Often.
Yeah, by pirates looking for a quick score. But they always go after the bigger Kessel transport ships, obvious targets. That's why the king hired us. We don't fit the description of your normal transport.
But we're leaving Kessel. It's not hard to figure out what we might be here for.
Castle. Spice mines. Very cool. Very nice looking.
Look at all those droids.
The King's spice seals must buy thousands of them.
Trace, those are not droids. They're people.
Slaves. Spice mine slaves.
I'm not sure if I like her or not.
You never like any of my friends.
She's not family, Trace. Remember that.
I'll keep an eye on her. You just do your job.
Kid, I got us a job. The rest is up to you. Now let's get this spice where it belongs.
So Rafa is your Han Solo-ish type of character here. Female version, obviously. Swindler, hustler.
Obadiah, right?
Oh, but
Now she's a
indeed.
spice
Mark
runner.
Krim better have my money waiting.
Marg Krim? The Pike crime boss?
Why am I not surprised you know about the Pikes? As a matter of fact, how do you know about the Pikes?
I know you can't make a deal with them.
Already did. Trace, how does she know so much? How do you know so much? Hey, and Trace and I have a lot of people on Coruscant waiting for money we owe them.
No, you owe them, not her.
Sisters take care of each other. We can't pay off debt with your morality.
One is taking my ship. Think of all the good
Oh,
you
no.
could do
She's
if you
gonna
deliver
dump
the
the
spice to
spice.
someplace else instead of the Pikes.
Think of all the good you can do by helping us finish this job.
I said no one is taking my ship.
She dumped it in hyperspace. Wow.
What was that? Oh no.
What did you do?
I dumped the spice.
You did what?
Problem solved. Neither one of you gets your way, and I keep my ship. You're welcome.
Of all the choices you could make, that is literally the worst one.
I can't believe this, but I agree with her.
What?
This spice gave us options. Now,
Now we have a deal to deliver spice to an intergalactic crime syndicate and no spice to deliver.
But I thought delivering spice to gangsters was a bad thing.
it is. But you have to pay them somehow. Right now, we owe the Pikes.
Then how is turning the spice into medicine gonna solve anything?
Well, that was more of an ethical debate. I hadn't figured out how to solve the Pike problem yet.
Oh,
Do we need to go over it again?
Nope, because no matter how many times we go over it, I can tell you, it's not going to work.
Why?
Because it's a bad plan.
It is a pretty bad plan.
I'm sorry. Did either of you have a better one?
Here's your payment.
What?
Now, let us take a look at that cargo.
You don't trust me? I mean, you hired me.
I don't trust anyone who isn't a Pike.
You want to pay us our credits and send us on our way.
Here are your credits. Now go on your way.
Go, 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 go.
I take it back. I'm liking this plan.
This is highly irregular. I am going to make sure everything sorts out to our liking. Just a moment. I need the code to unlock the bin.
I think we transmitted that to you already.
Why?
Let's get out of here, Trace.
Why would Ahsoka not?
Where is the spice?
What? I don't believe it. Castle must have double-crossed you.
Well, that's really unfortunate.
I want patrol ships to cut them off. Engage the tractor beam.
You better get
Shoot.
us out of here now.
They got a tractor beam, baby. I don't know about that.
Patrol ships.
Go.
They won't be able to keep up.
What was that?
That is a
Tractor beam.
Rafa.
Just so you know,
This was
when
a
they
bad
interrogate
plan.
me, I'm blaming the whole thing on you.
Between the three of us, there's plenty of blame to go around.
Yeah, that was a bad plan. That was a bad plan. Wow. All right, so that was actually a really, really good episode. A lot better than what we got last week, even though I really did enjoy last week's episode as well. It was kind of a reintroduction to Ahsoka, and now we have Ahsoka on this new adventure, spice running with her newfound friends, Rafa and Trace. And so getting into this story, guys, we are back on the platform on level 1313 with Ahsoka and Trace, who are working on Trace's starship, which is a really nice ship. It's a freighter ship. And we get into a situation where Rafa has taken on this new deal that can make them a lot of money. Rafa did not want to involve her sister in this particular deal, but the original pilot backed out of the deal. So now she needs to depend on her sister, who is not quite the pilot who she says she is. So they go into this little Spice Run adventure. We get a very cool and awesome trip to Kessel. Very nice, beautiful scenery here in this particular episode as well. So we are off to Kessel. They pick up the spice. We meet some very cool Twi'leks and whatnot. And they pick up the spice. And during the transport with the spice to the Pikes, so Ahsoka discovers that they are going to be actually delivering this to the Pikes. So she kind of puts it out there that they're dangerous, that they're gangsters, and they need to really be careful. And then Rafa and Ahsoka kind of get into this argument back and forth, ethical argument, if you will. Ahsoka wants to deliver the spice to a planet they can use it for medicine, as opposed to giving it to the Pikes. And then, of course, Rafa just wants to make the deal, get the money, and do what they need to do. So during this argument, Trace decides that she's just going to dump the spice to be done with it, not realizing that that spice was the only way that they were going to be able to get their way out of it in any form or fashion. So now they have an even bigger problem. Ahsoka comes up with this plan where she actually is deciding to use her Jedi powers to manipulate the Pikes and into giving them the award and them taking off. However, her plan didn't account for the tractor beam that they have and the guards that they have that pulled out on them. So now our team is trapped, and we'll have to wait until next week to see what the outcome is and how they're going to be able to get out of this. So it really was a pretty decent episode. Not a lot of action, really more pushing the narrative of Ahsoka's naiveness in regards to the real world and what real people need to do to survive. They actually do, in order to make money, they do need to make scores such as a spice run. And of course, Ahsoka is going into her Jedi mode, her Jedi teachings, and wants to do the ethical thing, the right thing, and not doing the right thing. You always want to do the right thing, but depending on what a certain individual situation is, maybe you may need to do some unethical things just to get things done. For a perfect example, Cassian Andor had to do some unethical things to get things done as a spy for the rebellion, or as an agent in the rebellion. So this is just another example of what the galaxy is like for some who live in this particular galaxy. It's not black and white, good versus evil. there are several different shades of gray, and obviously people in this universe do have their different shades. Rafa obviously is of a certain shade that Ahsoka is not used to, and of course Trace is somewhat something that Ahsoka can relate to. I think that's why the two get along together so well. They're both a little naive about the real and how to get things done in the real world when you don't have access to certain assets. So this is a really interesting arc for Ahsoka, getting to explore what the galaxy is like without the safety net of the Jedi. So really cool episode. Again, not as fast paced as the Bad Batch arc was. Obviously not as much action. I'm assuming we're going to get a lot of action coming up in the next episode, as Ahsoka is going to need to find out how to get them out of this situation that she's put them in. I'm actually surprised that her plan was as bad as it was, because again, she didn't have a plan for them getting away with the reward after she was able to get the reward without them actually inspecting the spice first. So, and then also the other interesting thing is, now that they're caught, they're going to figure out that something was done or to manipulate the situation. The Pikes are going to be able to put two and two together to figure out that someone used some Jedi mind trick to manipulate the situation. They may peg the wrong person. They may think Rafa was the one who did it, since she's kind of like the leader of the group at this point. But we may have Ahsoka exposed as a Jedi in the next episode, which would not only create an issue with the Pikes, but also would create an issue with the sisters as well. So we'll see if that is something that comes to fruition in the next episode, guys. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and score this episode. I'm going to give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. Again, guys, not a lot of action, more world building and more character development, I would say, especially in part to Ahsoka and her discovering what the real world is like and what real people need to do to survive. And then, of course, we also get a glimpse into the lives of Rafa and Trace, who are individuals who live in this universe and do not have the safety net of the Jedi or the Empire, if you will, to fall back on. So we've seen two different aspects of life in this galaxy. If you're a Jedi and if you work for the Empire. And now we're getting a look at the everyday people, but we really haven't had an opportunity to see how the majority of individuals survive in this galaxy. And I think that's where we're getting our character development and development in this series as well. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are in regards to this episode. I'm sure given the fact that a lot of individuals felt that last week's episode was a bit of a slower episode, we might see that same sentiment among fans with this particular episode, because there wasn't a lot of action revealed in this particular episode. But obviously, as you can see, given the dilemma that the characters are put in at this particular point, we're obviously going to get plenty of action in the coming episodes for this particular arc, guys. So again, let me know what your thoughts are. Put those comments down below, guys. And then also, if you are new to the channel, I do reactions to Clone Wars. I also do reactions to Mandalorian. I am also considering doing reactions to some of the Marvel shows that will be premiering on Disney Plus as well. So if you're a fan of any of that type of content, you want to look out for that. I also do toy reviews, Hasbro toy reviews for the most part, Star Wars toys. I do the 6-inch Black Series. I also do the 3 1/4 size vehicles and characters and whatnot. If you're interested in collecting and Star Wars content in general, you definitely want to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get alerts when I upload my videos such as this, guys. So I want to thank all of you guys very much, and I especially want to give a shout out to my newest subscribers, guys. I've really had a really good bump in subscribers since I've started my reactions to The Mandalorian and to the Clone Wars here, guys. So I want to give a quick shout out to all of my subscribers on the channel. I think we're a little over 1,600 subscribers. It's been a slow crawl for the channel, but we are growing at a very good rate at this particular point, and I want to thank all of you guys, all of my subscribers, especially my loyal subscribers who comment on the videos and come out to watch my videos whenever I upload videos, guys. So I want to thank all of you guys very much in the comments. I do respond to all comments that I get on my videos, so in any of those individuals, any of you guys who would like to leave a comment on the video, I really greatly appreciate that as well, guys. So again, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in regards to this particular episode and anything in regards to the Clone Wars. What are your predictions for the upcoming episode and this continuing arc for Ahsoka, guys? Put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.